Did you know that the vast majority of employees have been fired at least once in their career? If your employment has been terminated, you will most likely need to explain this situation to your potential employers. And without having a clear strategy behind your answer, this part of the job interview can be quite intimidating. No matter how hurtful or how unfair your firing or layoff has been, you can deliver your answer in a professional way, which will absolutely increase your chances of being hired. I'm Marat from Emotion, myemotion.com. I've worked in HR for years, helping many companies and professionals to find what they are looking for. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then definitely hit the subscribe button and enable the notification bell so you won't miss out on my latest content. Also, thumb up the video if you felt it was useful. In this video, I will give you a 4-step strategy of how to explain your termination during the interview. And if you stick with me till the end, I also give examples of responses for different situations of being fired, which will help you formulate your own answer. First step, don't be embarrassed or scared to talk about it. I know it's easier to say it rather than do it, but just think for a second. You have already gone through this probably traumatic experience. And beating yourself up due to being fired or doubting yourself will not let you move forward. It will keep reviving those negative memories and feelings. Everyone deserves a job they love, and you deserve a chance to be happy at work. You can't let the past prevent you from this. Own this experience and be natural about it. The interviewer will feel exactly how you feel about being fired. Step 2. Focus on positive aspects and on what you've learned. Your termination has been a learning experience. Instead of focusing on how difficult and negative this experience has been, be positive about the fact that you made through this challenge. And you did it the best way you possibly could. Remember all the good things you have learned at this job and mention them. Including a lesson learned sentence in your answer will show your awareness and your adaptability. And turning something negative into an asset will demonstrate your sincerity and your maturity. Don't bash or blame your old job or your old boss. This is one of the main things to remember. No matter how bad your situation was, don't say anything openly negative about the employer. Never trash talk in a job interview or during a networking session. Let me briefly explain to you the reasons why. First, because this shows a lack of maturity and it may come across as gossiping, which is a huge red flag for a hiring manager. Sounding bitter or defeated will instantly make you unattractive to a potential employer. Speaking of it as a failure or getting defensive will also take away your self-confidence during the interview. And number 4, don't talk too much. Answer the question briefly and positively, and then move on. Don't make a big deal out of it. A huge mistake is trying to explain every aspect of the situation. That's why don't spend more than a minute or two explaining the reasons of your termination. The interviewer doesn't know you. They won't understand or care about the details of your circumstances. The more you talk about it, the less time there is left for them to really get to know you and get to know what is valuable about your profile. So cut to the point and keep it simple. And then move on to why you are excited about this new role and what you can bring to it. What you learned during this experience would be different for each one of you. But as I promised, let me give you 3 answer examples of why you could be fired, covering 3 specific situations. The position wasn't a good fit. When I was originally hired as mention the job title, what has been discussed and the expectations of the job were very different from the job that I actually ended up doing. It became clear from the beginning that there were some communication issues, which led to a struggle in this role from the first day. So eventually we parted ways after mention how long you were in the role. Disorganized work environment. I have a lot of experience of working independently and with little supervision, but but I work the best in an environment when the expectations are set and understood by everyone. When the routine changes, I am happy to do things differently, as long as I know about these changes and I have the needed information to do a good job. So in this case, we were unable to work effectively together. And due to a toxic boss or to a toxic work environment, I'm used to working in an environment where everyone supports and encourages one another. My previous managers always led by example, so I learned so much from them. On this job, I performed the best I possibly could. Some employees complimented me on my work ethic and my skills, but in the end, it was challenging to follow the leadership style of the new management. With the direction which the department was taking, it was really difficult to work effectively together. Or you could say, we decided that parting ways would be the best option. Remember, you might be wrongfully fired from your job, but as I said before, the interview is not the right platform to express how you feel about it. Preparing for an interview is a perfect time to move on, psychologically and literally. Focus on projecting the skills and attributes that make you a great professional. Being fired is a career speed bump, which leads millions of people to bigger and greater careers and opportunities. And this is definitely your case. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, then definitely thumb it up and share it with whoever you think it might be beneficial to. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in my next video coming up.